Hello and welcome to the Talos Principle 2. First things first, in the beginning for Talos Principle 1 will not be coming, as I was going through it and I realized I was having to look up the answer to more of the puzzles than I was solving myself. Hang on a second, this feels like it might still be a little bit too loud. It's hard to tell. And try and get this sorted decently, but I won't be able to judge when I get to it. But yeah, anyway. And by the end of the DLC, I realized I had probably done maybe a third of the puzzles myself without assistance. So yeah, because I recorded 2 episodes of it before I realized what was happening. And that doesn't really make for good gameplay when I'm stopping to read instructions. Like every other puzzle, or sometimes 2 puzzles in a row. So yeah, you didn't miss much. There really wasn't much else that happened. Just more commentary on how the world was ending. They didn't really go into exactly what was happening any more than the original game did. So, yes, here we are. As you can see, I have played a bit of this. This was the first Talos Principle game I played because it was for free on the Game Pass. I say for free, so to buy the Game Pass, but you know, it was on Game Pass. And so I tried it out, realized I liked it, and went and waited for the Steam sale for the original game. And now we've come full circle. I'm back to where I am, and we'll be starting a new game. So I hope you enjoy. A prophet hath no honour in his own country. John 4:44. I have always felt that a human being could only be saved by another human being. James Baldwin. Pardon me. Ah, you're finally awake. Alright.
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend,
That is
and I
very
am
loud.
called...
Okay. Sorry, Elohim. We're gonna have to do that to everything.
Elohim.
I'm going to hope that's a bit better. Didn't realize Elohim's voice was that loud the first time I played. I'm just tapping out to keep checking the volume levels to see if I can do something about it. Yeah, no bouncing. That's something I didn't realize. Okie dokie. Grab you. Oop, still got all that artifacting. But that's part of the game. It's not like the game having issues. I didn't actually try to break the game using this because I didn't realize I could. Oh, they're even more slippy than usual. So if I drop that there, will I just slip up? Yep. Cool. That's fine. We got Endless Desert. We got Lots of flags. Oop, get the lonely tree. Got 2 different types of sand. Don't know why I'm wasting time, but it's mostly because I don't remember everything
This
in this.
land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while.
Okay.
Soon you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
I feel like it might be still a little bit too loud, but I'll hold off for now and change it in the next episode if I
Do
need to.
not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
Shush. So, I must forge the tools by which humanity will rebuild itself and transform the world into the Eden that it never was. The blacksmith. We know the blacksmith. We saved him at the end of Road to Gehenna. So I guess it was good to play Road to Gehenna, where I now have a bit more background knowledge of the characters I'm going to meet. Need red door, need yellow door, and need green door. Time to get green door. Cubic steps. I don't have a rewind. I just have a reset. So I'm already not liking that.
Well done, my child.
That's how pretty. Fencing. Yeah, these ones are very straightforward, just teaching you how certain things work. There's not really much need for me to think about them out loud. Obviously, for those that might not watch the first one, purple still blocks items from going through. Within reach. Yep. Ta-da.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are
Sure they are.
symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Alright, Tetris time. We didn't. At least the doors open quicker. Static pressure. Yoink. I'm pretty sure I don't need anything else in there. No. That's right. I think it's... How is it actually? I don't exactly remember how to do this one, to be honest. And it should be pretty straightforward. Yep. Okay. Yep. Okay, so it's not letting me do that. Hmm. Ah, yes, of course. I'm an idiot sometimes. Order of operations. Alright, next up. Versatile contraption. Stuff can do 2 things. Then over here, we got this. We jam that from in here, so we can grab this one. We can jam that and grab this.
Excellent.
Single slit experiment. Okay, fan's much more powerful on this one. Where do you send me? You give me a cube. That's nice. The cube, I can block that. Which means I get into here. Nice and simple. And finally, ooh. The world is full of limitless beauty, and I wish to see as much of it as I can. At. Remember At from the first game? Don't remember if he was in Gehenna or not, but he was definitely in the main game. AKA, he was part of the writing. Fan to do a fan. Then we can grab a cube, do this, drop that, do this, grab that, jump up, grab fan, and we're good. All very basic.
Very good.
Go over to yellow. I do love Tetris puzzles.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
Fundamental connections. But yes, as far as I got into this game was the fact that the city has been built, as you saw in the save state of New Jerusalem. Alright, check that there. Check that there. Now we're good. Next one up. Prismatic diffraction. Alright. What do we got here? What do we got here? That was the last one. We got that, we got that, we got that. If we run around. That's the only thing we need to have open. I can just do that though, right? No, I do need to make both of them go open. Okay, never mind. There we go. Ta-da! That's what I was thinking of.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
Ah, but what a dream. Destructive interference. We got angry red beam. We got blue beam. Thank you. Now we have to do one of these around the back. Obliviously. Because crossing the beams does not work. This is a basic mechanic. As we all know, it is definitely an advanced mechanic that I do not wish to go through again until I absolutely have to. 2 colors, 2 doors. Alright, that's where I have to be. There's nothing there. We have the red up here. Red saving us from this. Let's do that. where is another thing so I can get the blue? Am I missing something completely obvious? Maybe. Yes, I am. This we can just do this, to this, to that. Hang on. There we go. And voila. Last one. Ascension awaits. Now, this is pretty straightforward. Voila. As far as I'm aware, there are no, like, stars in this part of the game, at least.
I have finished preparing your vessel. Now, hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
Yuck.
Step into the light, child, and awaken.
Whatever happens, we're in it together. Lilith. She was in Gehenna. Loading.
Ah, you're awake. Welcome to the world of the living.
I'm alive.
Indeed you are. And I'm glad to see you're so enthusiastic about existence. But I suspect you're also more than a little confused. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions.
Sure, but I could really use some pointers.
Of course. You want the short version or the long version?
I mean, I want to know everything in excruciating amounts of detail.
All right, you asked for it. A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost.
Didn't they have advanced medicine too?
That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war, and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time.
So where did we come from then?
A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position.
First off, I want to go to the log. The team led by scientists called Alexandra Drennan, but they just said the scientist Alexandra Drennan. How dare. Okay, my middle mouse button doesn't work properly. He didn't seem that bad when he spoke to me in my dreams.
When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker.
Was there anyone else in the simulation?
Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way.
I mean, can you blame him? If he had all of humans' history and knowledge, of course he'd become a cynic. And the simulation created us?
It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the Founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return.
Kinda cool getting the lore drop that we played as a female protagonist in the first game. At least for the main game. Obviously, Oriel is a male, but I say obviously, just basing it on, the biblical sense that Oriel is an angel and most angels are men. If not all angels are men. At least the archangels, I think. I'm not too versed in Bible lore. Could be wrong in that. How do I fit in?
Before the Founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal. Capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it.
Real quick again. If they emphasize the that much, they should have capitalized the as well. That's just nitpicking. So what's the unofficial story then? You said it's an official story, so what's the unofficial one?
Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished.
What about you? What do you think, Neith?
They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind.
Thank you. That was pretty exhaustive.
You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event.
Will there be more new humans after me?
You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born. Now New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself.
Well, I think I already know where I stand, and that's do not stagnate, keep growing. So hold on. Am I a model?
You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so, Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you.
I'm gonna go swimming. Anyway, tell me about yourself.
Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the first companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning.
I mean, I should hope so, that you improved yourself over the course of however many years it's been. What will you do now that your job is obsolete?
I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break and we'll see what happens.
I mean, that's a bit bleak and optimistic, I guess. But anyway, I'm ready to get going.
Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Don't tell me how to live my life. Alright. So we see they got the name, their age. Oh, their age, it's their model number. Which means she was the 33rd. Born after the original 3. And that means we can't talk to her right now. That's the basic gist of what I got from the game. Anyway. I wanted Alt-Tab, not Tab. Needed to check the time, but we've still got plenty of time. So here is our little interface. Welcome to New Jerusalem social media. Please familiarize yourself with the following rules. Treat everyone with respect, regardless of their number. Don't take the founder's name in vain. Respect the principles of the goal. The Are Frogs People discussion is now banned. But frogs are people, but okay. Inactive threads will be archived. If you have any issues, please ping the moderators Jeremy832, Neve11, Aranax430. Okay. Completion Day Celebration. Hermanubis 452. Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, your hard work and faith in the founder's vision has finally paid off. At long last, the goal established so long ago will finally be reached. The 1000th member of our family will be born, and our beautiful city will finally be complete. Jeremy 832. As space at the dam is limited, tickets will be made available via a lottery system. The celebration will also be streamed. Then we got our log. Love how they count these as 2 different conversations. But yeah, we'll be using that social media tab quite a bit, I assume. So I used it at least a decent amount at the start. And what I got from the gist of the game when I've played through a little bit of the first time, it seems like it's going to be more of a, there are choices. It's not a linear path, or at least not as linear a path anymore. This is a reconstruction of the Chamber of the First Companions, where the First Companions rested until the Founder awoke them. The original chamber was disassembled in the early days of New Jerusalem. Spooky. So the 12 founders are probably the ones that Uriel saved from. Though I don't remember Neve being in Gehenna, but they might have been. It was all a blur at that point. We got Ian. We have something in there. Like something tells me that we'll come back here at a later point in the game. We could and we we stopped to think and it turns out we could and we should. Ian. That's where I was born. And voila.
Look, 1K.
Hey, 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
This should be interesting.
At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
If we are in the real world, this is very weird.
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
So it's a pretty interesting take on the myth. Prometheus being considered the hope of humanity, and Pandora wanting to capture hope. Prometheus being considered the hope because it gave Prometheus was the one in myths to give
I
fire.
told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition. Someone who hasn't spent several centuries hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense. If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference room.
Okay. Kind of weird how I didn't actually meet you guys. You just, you know, did that meeting without me and whatnot. But hey, we're here. Look at them grippers. So, guess I kind of got bummed out by being just a plain white color like this guy and don't have any fancy colors. I'd like to be purple, please. I like purple. I'm holding the rail. Look at that arm. Muscly. Hello, person. Except you're not letting me go the way they're going, apparently. Oop. I think I saw his leg just freak out. I just want to see what happens to them. Yep, they just disappear. Cool. So they spent all the bigger budget of this game that they got from the first game into the dialogue and stuff. Hello, Josephus558. Be constant. Remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. So that's be constant, that's remember the goal, and that's perfection is unchanging, I'm assuming. Same on the other side. Oop. Be humble. Recognize the limits. We are not above nature. Ooh.
What's broken now?
Everything, apparently. Not gonna talk to me, Josephus. or Josephus, or Josephus, Joseph, Josepos. Look at this city. Gives me Horizon Zero Dawn vibes.
Listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you
You do?
moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh?
Yep. I did not want to
What
skip.
the
I was
hell
trying
is
to
a
access my
jiffy?
thing.
These bloody language libraries.
Alright, now I can access it. That's my log. That's still the end of the thread. Okay, so we get the log of what was said during that. We got the log of these two arguing. We got that, and we got that. Okay. Nothing new. Oh, new interface content available. What the fuck was that? By Budahas 917. Seriously, what the founder was that thing in the sky? We all saw that, right? I didn't accidentally turn on sleep mode while Herman was talking, did I? I mean, it's always tempting. Letitia. No, we all saw it. Zagaran can confirm. Obus. I believe it was a sign from the founder. What else could it be? On this day of all days. Zagaran. Pretty incoherent for a sign. It didn't even finish whatever it was trying to say. What does the founder have energy in... What? Does the founder have energy insufficiency problems too? Thekla. The founder works in mysterious ways. I don't believe it was a sign from the founder. But I do think it was a sign. So I guess I'll say maybe it really was a sign. Thank you, 1K. I'm glad you see it that way. We must remain open. We must remain open the possibility of miracles. I think he means we must remain open to the possibility of miracles. Zagaran, in what possible way could that garbled mess have been a sign? Maybe it's something for us to decipher, a riddle, a sign of life, not necessarily intentional, but a sign? I don't know, but there's something intelligent out there. I'm gonna go with this one. Budahas. Sounds reasonable enough to me. Something weird's going for sure, but what? We'll have to see. Ekla. Riddles and puzzles are the foundation of our journey. So it began, perhaps so it will continue. The earliest one was Zagaran. And he's the most... What's the word? My brain is forgetting the words. He's the most suspect, not the word I'm looking for, but it'll do, about what that could be. Be constant, remember the goal. Perfection is unchanging. Look at all these fancy things. Yep, be humble.
Hey, hold on there.
It's
You're the
Doge.
newbie, aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made?
Well, no. It makes me feel. Hungry. Sad. Angry. Calm. Confused. Worried. Excited or curious. Oh, I'm not excited. I am curious. I'm a little bit worried. A little bit confused. I guess I'm kind of calm. I'm not angry. Don't think I'm sad. Probably hungry. Let's go with confused.
Why?
Why? Being the last of our kind sounds bad for our species' survival. None of this seems real. I don't know what to make of it. We seem to share our ancestors' skill for using our brains to delay our problems. I don't see a way to explain it.
It's kind of frowned on to say that sort of thing around here.
Well, how the
But
hell would I
truth
know?
is, I think exactly the same. But let's you and I keep that between us, alright? Now listen. This meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
You don't say. I mean, I'm curious to meet these new people. I don't know what's going on. I was just born.
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Okay, Doge. Don't think I didn't notice the significance of your number being 666. Doesn't mean you're bad. Just means you're the agent of chaos. Of change.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
In a second, love. Can't go through the door. Can't do anything like that. Can't read any of this, apparently. Oh. How much time do we have? Oop. Enough time to get through this. So, you have Alcatraz, Hermanubis, Byron, and Yaquat. Byron is one of the founders. The first companions, I should say, not the founders. So let's go.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Let's just keep listening.
Al's right. Let's move past this for now and deal with this transmission. Yakut, please start the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
The island. This sounds like a mystery worth investigating. Could be a potential danger, but let's be optimistic.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time
Pardon me.
now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
I mean, I'm in. Who doesn't want to go exploring?
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you
curious.
set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
I am curious what would happen if I just said no there. I might look it up between this and the next episode. Let's go see if Doge is still around. Don't think they are. Yeah, no, they left. They either went through there or they went down and the other came back up. So during the expedition is through there, explore Jerusalem down there. Who are you? Jeremy.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with.
Who are you?
I'm the mayor's chief aide.
What do you want?
For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure.
What do you think of me?
You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further.
Doesn't seem very human, though. What do you make of recent events?
Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it.
Let me. Well, doesn't matter what you like, you're only the aide. But what do you do around here?
All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere.
Okay, thank you. I won't keep you any longer. Alright, Mayor. What do you have for me? Thank you. Took a while.
What can I do for you, 1K?
How did you decide to become involved in politics?
It was a time of great uncertainty. The founder had left us, and our society was at a crossroads. History teaches us that during such times, terrible passions may seize the people. Madness, anger, revolution, civil war. Our fragile city could not afford such things. That is why the founder gave us the goal, a path to equilibrium, not only for the planet, but for ourselves. I merely picked up where she left off.
Okay. Funny how Byron said that you hadn't met her, though. Speaking of, how do you feel?
He is one of the first companions, and as such has done more for our city than you or I ever will. I simply wish he could be more reasonable.
But is that not human? What's your vision of the future?
I believe we can exist quietly, happily, without imposing ourselves on this world, finding meaning within ourselves and in the natural miracles that surround us.
Okay, I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
Alright. With that, our time is looking pretty good to end it here. Have another quick look through here, though, before we do. Melville test. This is a test. Please ignore. Just testing the system to see if it works properly this time, so we don't have another incident like when Pellegrino uploaded his poetry to the public log. Wonder what that says. I'm pretty sure that's Greek. Probably just says this is a test, please ignore. But I don't know. You're cut. The island. Basic information. Basic information from our first expedition. The island designated TTP-2, the Talos Principal 2, was first noted during the return journey from a scouting expedition which was diverted from its intended path due to an unexpected weather front. Long-range scans indicate the presence of large artificial structures and also returned highly unusual energy readings. The matter was not investigated further. In ancient times, the northern part of the island was home to several large settlements, but rising sea levels have obliterated these and flooded the northern lowlands. The south, in stark contrast, seems to be a harsh and lifeless desert. Our intended base camp is near the origin of the energy readings, in the temperate center of the island. Alright, and we got standard expedition procedures from Alcatraz. Chapter 5 of Whittington's cat and another cat that visited strange countries. There's no work about cats could be complete without the story of Dick Whittington from blah blah blah. These are the standard operating procedures for expeditions. Just uploading them to remind Byron, who will probably ignore them anyway. Attaching a picture from an ancient book to get his attention. 1. Maintain the ideas with the founder and the goal. 2. Prioritize the well-being of the expedition members over mission completion. 3. One expedition member to stay by the vehicle at all times. 4. Expedition leader should refrain from participating in high-risk activities. 5. Minimize vehicle use to conserve fuel. 6. Prioritize observation over interference. 7. In case of emergency, return to New Jerusalem at once. Alright, well, the goal matters not, and the ideal of the goal are highly contested. Same with the founder, so don't know about that one. I'm sure that will be mostly kept to, the rule as written. I doubt this is going to happen for some reason. This is definitely not going to happen. He will definitely risk himself. This is a 50-50, I reckon. We are definitely going to interfere a lot, and we'll definitely not return to Jerusalem in emergency. So, let's see how that goes. Let's go back to social media. Nothing. I think NFRED means that it's never going to update again, so we can ignore that now. So yeah, I think I'll end it here, and next episode we shall go down and explore New Jerusalem. So thank you for joining me on this new journey, and I'll see you next time. Ciao.